What's up, gamers? Today we're going to be showcasing the Juju Shortbow, one of the best weapons in the game at this time. And we're going to be doing damage tests, we're going to look at the stats, and we're going to see just how cost effective this weapon is.
And don't forget to like and subscribe, all that jazz. And we stream every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Tuesday. So Tuesdays and Thursdays we stream at noon Mountain Time, and then Fridays and Saturdays we stream at 9:30 p.m. Mountain Time. And also join the Discord. We haven't plugged it in a while, but we're always looking for new members. We do giveaways on the Discord, and it's just a great community. So join the Discord. Okay, so the weapon that we're going to be talking about that is extremely underrated and extremely OP at the same time is the Juju Shortbow. Now, this weapon, I'm sure most people have heard of, but for some reason, not that many people are really using it. Not many people care. I have a feeling it's because the Terminator exists and it is better. But this thing, right? If I go to the AH and I search Juju Shortbow, right? So this thing is going for about 30 mil, just a clean, non-enchanted one, right? This thing is slightly worse than a Hyperion for frag runs. This thing is absolutely insane. So you guys better get your hands on this before the price goes up, because trust me, it will. People are going to realize how cracked this thing is. So this is just a 5-starred one that I have. I haven't really maxed it out or anything yet. But the stats you can see are crazy, especially in dungeons, and it does 300 damage, 40 strength, 10 crit chance, and 110 crit damage. And the best part about it is you see at the bottom where it says Shortbow instantly shoots. Look, this thing, it's basically a melee weapon if you think about it, because it's like a machine gun bow, but each shot does absolute loads of damage. So you can just spam, you can just hold down the button and just spam shoot it like it's a machine gun bow. Except the only difference is it's actually good. So not only is this thing really good, but it's also really cheap. Especially for how cost effective it is. This thing is slightly worse than the Hyperion, and the Hyperion's going for 450 mil right now. So you can save a ton of time getting this, and the only prerequisite to getting this is Enderman Slayer tier 3. So there is no catch. It's cheap, it's really good, and you don't even need to be a high Enderman Slayer to use it. So yeah.
First off, if we compare the Juju Bow to the Terminator, so the Juju Bow shoots 1 arrow where the Terminator shoots 3, but each arrow that the Juju Bow shoots is double each arrow the Terminator shoots. So honestly, the damage isn't even, there's not even that big of a gap between the damage, except for the over 1 billion coins. So just keep that in mind. But right now we're going to do a damage test between the Juju Bow and the Hyperion in and outside of dungeons. So as you can see, I have the golden Necron head with Necron's chestplate, leggings, and boots, and then I have a Wither skeleton pet. So we're doing about 150,000 damage. Oh, there we go. When Overload connects, I have Overload 5, it'll do 231,000. And that happens about 80% of the time. So that's a crap ton of damage. Now if we switch to the Hyperion setup, which is 3/4 Storm, Wither Goggles, and Sheep Pet, it does 690,000 damage. So outside of dungeons, the Juju Bow is not the very best thing you could possibly have. Although, it does hit Enderman, and Hyperion does magic damage, which means it can't damage Svens or Terras. And that's using the Hyperion ability. If we just melee, and this is a withered Hyperion, it only does 175k, whereas the Juju Bow does 231k. So the Juju Bow is easily better for raw damage in dungeons, and if you're meleeing outside of dungeons, the Juju Bow is much better. And it shoots rapid fire. It's basically like having a ranged sword. Pretty broken. Okay, so here we are on a floor 6 run with the Juju Bow, and I have a Satan head instead of a Necron head because obviously we're on floor 6. So let's look at the damage. This is with no blessings. Okay, first of all, fells are obnoxious. This thing can actually kill fells. Look at this Lost Adventure. Just got instant killed. Stuff just dies to the Juju Bow. So the Juju Bow is doing 7 million per hit. And this is floor 6, so this can one-tap everything, and I mean everything. And I'm only a kata level like 30, which honestly, nowadays is pretty pathetic, but this can one-tap everything until about Master Mode floor 4, which is just insane. I mean, it obviously can't one-tap mini-bosses, but this thing can about 3-tap mini-bosses. It just shreds through everything. And then if we go to Hyperion, Hyperion does 4.6 million damage, and it may seem like the damage is pretty close, but then when you go to higher floors, mobs have more magic resistance, which means the Juju Bow will start dealing more damage because of the enchants on it, like Soul Eater. It'll start dealing insane amounts of damage, and the Hyperion will start dealing almost no damage, like 300k instead of 3 mil. So where the Hyperion fails in all of the higher floors, like Master Mode 1 through 6, the Juju Bow just one-taps and shreds through everything. And the higher kata level you have, the more damage it will do.
Alright boys, hope you enjoyed this video. You should get your hands on one of these Juju Bows before too many people realize just how broken it is. So again, all you need to get this is 30 mil and Enderman Slayer tier 3, which is a heck of a lot easier than getting 450 mil for a Hyperion or over a bill for a Terminator. So definitely try this out. It's a great weapon. You can use it as melee. It does it all. It has, like, it doesn't do magic damage, so it's just overall very good weapon.
And PS, do not get a skeleton pet. I bought a skeleton pet for about 6 mil and tested it. I think the Juju Bow's damage went up by about 0.1% because it's a short bow, not a bow. Even though it says bow, the skeleton pet's perks don't actually increase the damage by that much. It's either bugged or Hypixel made it like that on purpose, but Wither Skeleton is the pet you want.